Okay, not much doll stuff done at all since last week because I finished this jacket. I have put pictures up on Instagram and links to my sewing blog, soiam.blogspot.com. I will put a link below where there's more detail about this jacket. And I'm reasonably happy with the way it turned out. It doesn't look quite as edgy as I thought it would. I don't think something about this combination of pattern and cloth, I think, has a very business casual vibe to it, but I put the patches on anyway. And so that's a big project that's done. And so I did this instead of a lot of doll sewing. I did start rerooting things, and my big reroot project is actually on my desk right here. I'm not going to pick it up because it's a mess. It's not pretty. It's the hair sticking out everywhere point. And it's taking me probably a little longer than it should because the hair that I'm using, I did a trade with Alex Dalton, Matt Dalton, and he sent me just random hair, and this is a really great color of dark blue, but there's not a lot of it left. So I've cut it into fairly short lengths, and I'm trying to root the plugs as thin as possible, which means it's taking a little longer to tease them out to just the right amount of hair in each plug. So, and I'm not going to be able to cover the whole head with it. There's going to be like a big stripe in the back that's a different color. And it's spring break, the kiddo's home, so I wasn't able to go thrifting anytime yet this week or through the rest of the week. But I did on Thursday. I hit the other thrift store, didn't find anything, and I went to the other branch of that salvage store where I got a bunch of these patches, and they had another $6 Wonder Woman, which I again left behind, although Chris has recently posted a picture of the Hart Family mom head sculpt, one that didn't use the Jazzy Star head sculpt, the one that used her own head sculpt, that doll head on the Wonder Woman body, and it's a really good combination. So if I see that body again when I can shop and I don't have the child, I might get it, I might not. I haven't decided yet. But, so I had that $6 Wonder Woman for that store in my hand, and I put it down, and then down a few shelves below I saw a very familiar set of feet, and I found her for $8. I obviously couldn't resist. It's funny, the salvage store, the actual whole plastic front of this package was gone. It was just the doll exposed to, I mean, she was buried into stuff on the shelf. There's a smudge on her nose that I could probably get off, but that head I'm rerooting is for this body anyway, so I might take care of it, I might not. I have had fun repainting this head's particular doll before, so I might repaint it, I might not. But hopefully by next week I will have the reroot done, and the face, also the head that I'm rerooting, it was another dolled up in denim, which is hers, so I just changed her face paint a little, like painted over her eyes and brows and gave her blush and obviously rerooted her. And I'd forgotten when I took her original hair and all the glue out that it ripped her part line, because when I took all the hair and all the glue out of this other one I'm working on, it also ripped the part line, so both of them have their parts moved to this side. But her face was pretty decent. The one that I'm rerooting and I'm going to repaint, one of her eyes is noticeably higher than the other eye. So that's this project. The local stores still don't have any of the new Made to Moves, the Made to Moves Kirby's or the Made to Move with the darker skin tone. I check, but they're not there. And the only other doll thing I did is I'm working on a super secret project for the kiddo. So I got some of the hair rerooted alterations done on those dolls. I haven't told him that I'm doing it. I'm not gonna, I might not even finish the project myself, but I did spend some time adding hair to existing doll heads to give one Ken longer hair, and one doll, she needed bangs but short hair, so I cut her hair off and took what was from the back and rerooted it in the front. So that's all I've been doing. That's all I've done. And like I said, the kiddo's home for spring break. I do have the idea. I found a source for the kind of hook and loop tape, Velcro, that they use in Barbie and Bratz clothes, you know, the really lightweight, almost see-through stuff. And Cosmomore found smaller quantities of it at better prices than Alibaba, but I don't use Alibaba. Again, it's like the reason I don't sign up for shopgoodwill.com is I'm trying to keep the avenues of temptation down. I don't have an Amazon account either. I try to keep the avenues of availability of temptation low. So I know I could benefit from Alibaba to get this Velcro, but I'm not going to. It's not Velcro brand either. It's hook and loop tape. I know it's not Velcro brand. The only version of this stuff that Velcro sells in the US has sticky back all over it, and I don't want adhesive. I want sew on. Because I learned, you know what, 20, 25 years ago, if you sew on sticky back Velcro, you get a gummed up sewing machine needle. So anyway, Mimi Woo has, like, it says 50 yards, but it's probably 25 yards of the hook and 25 yards of the loop, so 25 yards usable total. And it's like 5/8 inch wide, I think, so I would split it long ways, which is what I do with Velcro anyway. Hook and loop tape. But is this giant roll for like $71 shipped. And that's a big chunk of money, even though this would be like a lifetime supply. So, but I really want it. So I think the way I'm going to justify getting it is I'm going to make doll clothes to sell to anyone who wants it. I still have those patchwork BJD size skirts that I sewed months ago. That would be part of this. And I might sew some lace dresses for dolls to sell. Most of the lace dresses that I've sewed already I'm keeping, although 2 did get mailed out to people today, along with other things. So I need to get back to that sewing. I need to do more thanks sewing. I still owe people thanks sewing. And I have reroots to work on and repaints. So hopefully next week I'll have a more interesting video and longer, although I know some of my videos tend to go toward half an hour, which I know is a little bit long, but if you're just using them as a playlist for background noise, it all works out in the end. Thanks for watching.